Clark, second finish. And they're off. Even beginning there. Like Hale to the front, Union Betty on the outside, the orange colors, and Monkey on my back going to take that lead now. Monkey on my back has got a good reason to move forward. Monkey on my back, like Hale in the second. The inside has got a good reason. St. Rita outside of the blue colors racing a close fourth as they journey down the backstretch. How Lucky travels along in fifth position, 5 off his speed. As they move down the backstretch now, Celestial Diva saving ground. Union Betty is followed by Willow's Charm racing back of the pack. Icy Harbor is on the inside, and Diadora, and Home by 7, trailing Home by 7 last at about 13 off that pace. Got a good reason now. It takes the lead into the far turn run. Got a good reason just in front from Like Hale in second, length and a half in St. Rita in third. How Lucky is fourth as they round that far turn. And now it is got a good reason just in front. St. Rita going to make a 3-wide bid with 3 furlongs left to go. Here comes St. Rita now trying to grab the lead as they reach the top of the stretch for the long run in. Still in between horses is Like Hale. Union Betty on the far outside as they turn for home is Willow's Charm, is deepest to the center of the track. A wide open affair, quarter of a mile left to go. Here's How Lucky. How Lucky gets away from them. How Lucky suddenly burst. Opens up now 3 lengths. Scramble on there for second. For the back of the pack, Home by 7 is motoring up on the inside to get a share with a 16th left to go. How Lucky, and the scramble is on for second. As Like Hale is coming back on the inside, Home by 7. It got a good reason involved in the photo too. How Lucky, clear cut. And they're off. Miner's Gem sent hard out of the gate to grab the lead from Always Something. Sick Pack Sarah on the outside and Live Aid out of the inside. Little Miss Scarlet at about 3.5 from Speed, and Laugh in Place trailing the field. Always Something leads. Always Something a half in front from Miner's Gem, who's second, and Sick Pack Sarah tracking on the outside in the clear from third. Another 2. Little Miss Scarlet is next, heading into the turn. Laugh in Place in between horses. Live Aid drops back to last into the far turn. Always Something to head in front through a 22.70 opening quarter mile on a muddy track. So Always Something trying to hold down to the inside as they round that far turn. But to the outside, Miner's Gem keeps on heating up the pace, and Sick Pack Sarah's a length and a half off them. Little Miss Scarlet getting interested under a ride there. Fourth and now third at the top of the lane where Miner's Gem turns in. They're a 46.25 half mile. Miner's Gem now the one to beat. Openings up now 3 lengths in front from second. On the outside, Little Miss Scarlet with 1 furlong left to go. Angel Cruz and Miner's Gem, they're clear from Little Miss Scarlet second. Always Something is third, and Laugh in Place takes fourth. Miner's Gem coming home. Miner's Gem fourth. The finish from Little Miss Scarlet. Always Something and Laugh in Place. Código last up. And they were off. Front of rail is Sunday Mischief, set out for early speed. Uncaptured Spirit has speed as well, and Divining Dancer is in the mix, and Mosifus there on the outside. Mosifus on the chase there from third. Divining Dancer broke sharp, but suddenly drops to the back of the pack, almost last position now. You got 4 lengths back. Here's Wizwit. Wizwit's about a half dozen from the lead, along with Sagrada Rey at the inside of that one, heading into the turn. As they round that turn, the outside is Código, about 3 path. They're back to a good tip, second to last, and Divining Dancer has dropped out to trail the field. Into the far turn with 3 furlongs left to go. Uncaptured Spirit leads the way through an opening quarter. Sharp one 22.44 is the lead by 2 lengths from Sunday Mischief in second, and Mosifus on the outside in third. Then about 6 more lengths. Sagrada Rey driving off the inside there from fourth has come well off the rail. Out wider than that is Wizwit as they make the turn in. Uncaptured Spirit through a 46.03 half mile. Uncaptured Spirit up top. Carol Cedeno, Uncaptured Spirit. Uncaptured Spirit opening up, widening now 6 lengths in front. They're not going to catch Uncaptured Spirit. Strong in the muddy going. Uncaptured Spirit 8-1 and wins by some 8 lengths. Second inside will be Código, and then Sunday Mischief, followed by Wizwit, Sagrada Rey. One out, Disputed Notion. 2-1 now on Count Cristo. The Shackle 5-2, lined up, and they're off. Count Cristo deshackled, asks for early speed. Sheriff Chip ultimately inside, going to flash forward with speed 2. Here's Speightster Red settling back in fourth, and Don't Dare Me in between horses up there, just a couple of lengths from the lead. Don't Dare Me, intent on prompting the pace on the far outside, is coming after Deshackled. So Deshackled and Count Cristo and Don't Dare Me, 3 of them in a line with 5 A's to go. Sheriff Chip travels in the 4th spot. Francis X Speightster Red racing side by side, and it's another 2 back, and back to Disputed Notion of Maximo Strong and Ice Rain trailing in 9th. Ice Rain lasted about 13 off the pace. It's a sharp one too, 22.86 at the opening quarter mile into the far turn. Crowned Count Cristo, Don't Dare Me on the outside. Deshackled under pressure on the inside. Sheriff Chip is getting a great journey. Here's Sheriff Chip moving up on the outside, and Sheriff Chip with a 4 wide bid. After the pace is Count Cristo's back in second. Deshackled trying to hang in there from third. Don't Dare Me is fourth, and Francis X a Disputed Notion near the inside. Half mile one in 46.08, and they're into the stretch now. Sheriff Chip carrying on with it. Sheriff Chip, Count Cristo, giving it a brave battle into the inside with a furlong left to go. Trying to come back for a little more, but it's Sheriff Chip has got the momentum. Sheriff Chip is in front from Count Cristo with a 16th of a mile left to go at a gap of 7. Disputed Notion trying to take third from Deshackled. Here's Sheriff Chip. Second, Count Cristo, and it's close third. A Deshackled there with Disputed Notion, and then Speightster Red. And they're off. Uncommon Valor, the big Motts with early speed, and Bacanico on the outside, and Triggs 2 in the early first furlong firing line, and Image Maker moving up now. Image Maker just into fourth, off a trio of leaders as they move on to the main portion of the track. Scooper Scooby is next, and on the outside is Samo. In between horses, Uncommon Valor will settle after a sharp break. It's another two to Toss a Coin, who's 8 lengths from the early pace, another 6 back. It is Don Ciccio and Spritzer, and trailing the field is Carson and I, who's well back now, got to be 27 lengths off the pace. Opening quarter 23.35. The big Motts is on the lead out there. On the outside, Triggs 2 to prompt the issue. Another 2. Image Maker is third as they roll into the far turn. Halftime unavailable. And next in fourth is Bacanico. Bacanico making progress now. In between horses, Bacanico's the gray with a solid move. 3.5 furlongs out from the line. And back to Uncommon Valor, who's next. And back to Toss a Coin, 7 to make up. But just at an even pace. Samo racing 4 deep top of the lane. Back to Super Scooby and Don Ciccio, and back to Spritzer and Carson and I. They turn for home, a quarter of a mile to go. The second wire run, and Bacanico continues with momentum on the outside. Image Maker giving it a battle there in between horses. The big Mutts down to the inside, followed in fourth by Uncommon Valor. 1 furlong left to go, and Bacanico in front. Bacanico, hand-ridden. Bacanico, just one little tap, and Bacanico will go on with a 16th to go, opening up 3. Image Maker, Uncommon Valor on the outside, trying to make it close there for second, and then the big Mutts. And they're off. Katarina 1, Eloquent Lady, flashing her early foot and getting up to take the lead. And there goes Eloquent Lady right to the front. Katarina 1 just 2 lengths behind early and second. Immortal Storm. On the inside is Nymu's Treasure. And Sheriff's Kid follows along in 5th position. Passed by Our True Sensation out wide. Moving up in the second group of runners. It's back another 3 lengths. And Courageous Grace is 8 lengths on the speed up ahead. Princess Kilmaine follows that. And Cougar Vision drops to the back of the pack. And Patient Lass is trailing the field. Patient last about 17 off that lead. Opening quarter 23.15. It's Eloquent Lady up top by 2 lengths. And chasing there is Our True Sensation to the outside from second spot. And driving is Mortal Storm down in 3rd position. Katarina 1 is in 4th as they turn in. Courageous Grace is saving ground. And Nymu's Treasure down to the inside as well. They're into the stretch after a 47 second half mile. About furlong and a half left to run. Eloquent Lady popped the latches on top, and Karamanis goes to work with a 3-length advantage on Mortal Storm in second. On the far outside, Patient Lass trying to close the gap along with Cougar Vision. Cougar Vision coming now, best of them all. Here's the line. Eloquent Lady holds off Cougar Vision. In third there was Mortal Storm and Patient Lass and Sheriff's Kid. Minute 12:49. and they're off. 7 of the rocks, all threes, and Montauk Daddy. 3 of them right across the track, and Montauk Daddy's come to the lead now. On 4th is Peterson's Courage, then going to the lead of the Red Cap Racing in 5th. 8 Penn Legacy racing 6th position. Shackle Cat is racing outside. Charm City Band drops to the back of the pack, is in between horses into the turn and run. And Big Tall Dog at the far outside. Abuelo Pap second to last position, and Red Paisley trailing the field into the far turn run with 3 A's to go. Montauk Daddy leads the way as outside 7 on the rocks keeps that pressure on. 7 of the rocks coming back for more on the outside, and Montauk Daddy they're head-to-head toward the quarter pole, going to the lead, driven hard in 3rd position. Wild 3 deep, all 3s in the meantime, cuts that corner, all 3s now joins that front fray into the stretch for a long and a half left to go. 7 on the rocks, Montauk Daddy, all 3s down to the inside and going to the lead back and forth past the furlong marker, going to the lead of the far outside, trying to get going very, very late in the game, out wide, all 3s down to the inside. 7 on the rocks trying to hang in there, all 3s inside, all 3s going to the lead of the photo for second there with 7 on the rocks, and then it was Abuelo Paps and Big Tall Dog. All set. And they're off. Treasure Trove, slow to go. Going with the lead is Closer Look out there 3 deep, and also Gentleman Joe with early speed, and Galerio the favorite right there too. On the outside is He's a Shooter now taken 4th as they round the turn, and Galerio will go on with it. Galerio from Closer Look, and He's a Shooter 3rd to the outside. 007 settles right off of speed, just 3 lengths from the front. Ben and Joe's in between horses moving right along, and Contraflow on the outside about the 4 path, and Gentleman Joe's a half dozen from the front. The Poser, Treasure Trove, and Tybalt is the last runner, about a dozen to make up. The opening quarter 24.01 on the muddy going, and it is Galerio sets the tempo, but a little bit of pressure there from 007 on the outside, is trying to ratchet up the heap. 007 on the outside, out of the inside, Galerio still got a narrow lead. Closer Look is in 3rd position. He's a Shooter 4th. Ben and Joe between horses in 5th. Contraflow 6 on the outside as they head into the far turn. Dropping back there is Gentleman Joe, who's now in between horses, passed by in the outside there by Treasure Trove, and the Poser is in between horses driving as well. Another 4 lengths back, and Tybalt trailing the field. Half mile 47.78. 007 to the front to a 12 and 1. 12.15 was a 6 furlong fraction as they make the turn in, and 007 turns them in. He's a shooter on the outside trying to get going. Galerio battles away down to the inside. Center track is Gentleman Joe through the final furlong. 007 trying to stay on. Galerio fighting hard. Gentleman Joe on the outside keeps on charging too. 007 just in front looking for the Laurel wire. The outside Gentleman Joe down to the inside. Galerio driving finish. Photo 007. Galerio on the inside, up and down, too close to call. Gentleman Joe was next, then he's a shooter or closer look, and then it was Treasure Trove. They're off. Chubby Warrior slid again. Written by the Stars, flashing right on out to the early lead. And Fearless Lassie is there. In between horses, Sense of Music's coming to join the speed pack as well. And Sunday Swagger fourth on the inside. Pass It On is in fifth. Length and a half more Notion Interruptus. And another four back, and Chubby Warrior trailing the field. Inside is Sense of Music, written by the Stars on the outside. These two go on with Fearless Lassie out three deep joining as well. So three right across the track. Just a length of change separates them into the far turn run. 3 furlongs to go. Notion Interruptus is next as they round that turn. The outside is Pass It On is moving on now, and here comes Pass It On the outside under a ride, coming 4 or 5 deep toward the quarter pole, and back to Sunday Swagger, and trailing is Chubby Warrior. They make the turn in. Pass It On the outside, trying to sweep up, written by the Stars. Ultra Game and Fearless Lassie in between horses. So Fearless Lassie going to battle on now with written by the Stars. Pass It On's move is flattened out a little bit. Notion Interruptus down to the inside, picking up a share. 16th left to go. Fearless Lassie. Fearless Lassie takes it from written by the Stars. Wins by a length at the end. Third will be Notion Interruptus, then Pass It On. And Sunday Swagger. Minute 5:78 the time.